I'd like to start with LeBron, and because we're rightfully feting Tom Brady in the world of football at age 43. What he is doing is insane, and the way that Brady's doing it, and the way that he did it yesterday, is one of the reasons why, as I pointed out on yesterday's show, that there's such hard feelings for Aaron Rodgers, that Brady comes into his house with his new team in his new situation at age 43 after 20 years of doing it the same way, and he deciding, you know what, before my window of opportunity closes, I'm going to go somewhere else, and I'm going to start fresh, and I'm going to get a whole bunch of players around me that I'm all in on, and the team is clearly all in on me because they're getting all these players around me. And Aaron Rodgers is seeing Brady doing it the way that he's doing it and probably thinking to himself, maybe I need to start thinking about doing it a different way also. And Brady is just at the top of his game, age 43, and Rodgers is probably sitting there watching that, maybe a bit of wanderlust that he's not going to be able to take advantage of right now because of his contractual status. And the Green Bay Packers have already chimed in on it, and Mark Murphy, the president of the team, saying that Rodgers is their guy. He's going to be their quarterback next year. "Quote, unquote, we're not stupid," is what he said. Okay. So the reason why I bring all that up is Rodgers is looking at Brady and thinking all about all these things. And also, he's, based on the way Brady's doing it, and Rodgers could, have an AR-12 system, I'm sure. He's got 6 more years to go. So he could find a new spot and have a lot of good years still to go right there. But it is still rare to see somebody play that long. And Drew Brees at age 41, clearly being on the verge of retirement, shows you how the windows of opportunities can open and close. But what LeBron James is doing at age 36 right now, having just won the championship last year at age 35, he turned 36 in December. What he's doing right now is off the charts amazing. It truly is amazing what he's doing. And sure, we are talking about his 46-point performance last night in Cleveland, his only stop in his hometown, being a Western Conference player now, and how it's special for him to be there, and it's very special for him to play well there and show up and show out. And normally it would be for the fans, and obviously that's not a full arena he's playing in front of now because of the pandemic. But at age 36 to put up 46, including 21 in the fourth quarter, going 9 of 10 from the floor with 2 steals and 2 assists and 2 blocks, outscoring the Cavaliers personally in the fourth quarter, 21-19 to close out a plucky team that did, in fact, as we all know, on that very floor last week, defeat the Nets in their first game with Durant, Harden, and Kyrie on the floor. But the most important statistic for me, for LeBron James, that he's got going for him right now, he's 18 for 18 in games played. Look, I'm paying a little bit more attention to it, admittedly, because we have our fantasy league, right? This year, the Rich Eisen Show Fantasy League.
Absolutely.
We've got a whole bunch of, all of us, minus Del Tufo on the air, is in this league. I won't mention where everyone is on the standings, just out of respect for you, TJ, even though I guess just did kind of mention it.
Wow.
DFL TJ sitting in the corner right there. Every single show on NBC Sports on Peacock has some form of representation. McLovin for Dan Patrick's show, Holly and Smith of Brother from Another, which we'll take you to every day here. We even reached out to Florio. And when I say that, not because Florio's not worthy of being reached out to, but you don't associate basketball with him.
Exactly. Football guy.
And I think he has his son operating the team.
Correct.
He's handed it off to his son, operating his team. And his son, I think, is handing things off to the basketball fantasy version of Jack Easterby, because it's just, there's a lot of questions going on with his team as well. Hi, Mike. But the reason why I bring all this up is I'm a lot more attuned to the rest of the league and who's playing and who's not. Because I'm not only paying attention to this league, and I'm not only paying attention to the league as a whole, because that's my job to do it, but my 2 sons are in fantasy leagues. I'm noticing who's playing and who's not. And the number of superstars on his level who have played every game, who have not had the tweaked back or the tweaked knee or the foot or the shoulder or all of that is potentially something that these players are dealing with and getting nicked up, or just load management dressed up in other clothing because you can't load manage anymore based on the NBA. We're seeing a heck of a lot of guys, including Joel Embiid last night, making a great case for his MVP run this year by not playing. You could see they're a different team without him because they do play tonight, do they not? The Philadelphia 76ers. You're seeing front ends, back ends sitting down. LeBron is answering the bell every single time. And he's playing every possible minute he can play. And he's not at all showing a single moment of wear and tear. None. He's getting stronger. It's amazing what he's doing. And he's answering the bell. And it's not like, well, for the fans, this, that, the other thing that are in the stands, that he's LeBron James, he's got to play. He's playing every game. Leads the team in minutes played. You know, it's one thing for Harrell to play all 18 games and Kuzma to play all 18 games, which they're doing, but LeBron's playing all 18 games. He's 18 for 18 in games played this year in a pandemic without a bubble. And to that, I say that to me is the most impressive. The most impressive. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.